Anxiety is an emotion driven off of temporal scarcity. That means there's a limited time to do something before an opportunity is lost or a threat arrives. And so today I'm going to be talking about existential anxiety, which means that there's a threat of existential size. Like the perceived universe, or as the person perceives it, is going to die. And what this causes in behavior in the person who has that sort of belief is certain things. A lack of introspection. Introspection now has a cost, because a temporal cost, and every second that is thought about, is this even happening, is not actually solving the problem. And so you already stop introspection. Then you have extremism or extreme sacrifices, essentially because there's only one solution, and that solution is the only way to maintain everything as we know it. Everything else gets valued at zero. So the person's going to act very erratic and extreme, willing to sacrifice anything for that. And then thirdly, you're going to have if you're not with us, you're against us mentality. And this is caused due to the fact that when you actually have this sort of belief or behavior or reasoning, consideration, you, the person, any person that isn't actually responding to this issue, isn't helping the solution, is just dead weight. And so that makes them against you, just for the existential threat. This type of emotion is very dangerous, and especially because of the lack of introspection. But those are the three tenets that make it dangerous, is that you're willing to sacrifice anything. You're not going to be very introspective about it because that actually holds a cost. Okay, the world is dying. Why think about it? Why think about if the world is dying? And then just a with us against us mentality. And this dumbs people down to animals. So I would encourage us to, in regards to, I guess, climate extremism or climate alarmism, not to go down that path, but a logical, introspective, and rational way. I'm not saying that I'm knowledgeable in climate change, but I do know, I guess, what is a right and wrong response. A anxiety response is always the wrong response, and so we need to have a very introspective, clear-headed talk about what to do. My belief is that nuclear energy is the best cause. So with that in mind, we shouldn't be climate alarmists, because that only feeds that very animalistic type of thinking. We should be more climate rationalists, I would say. And we also need to avoid moralization, because moralization also leads to demonization of the other side. And honestly, everyone has a point at some level, and what the other side is talking about is economics. We shouldn't sacrifice the human comfort, in some cases, like in France, human safety for climate extremism. This actually is sort of kind of like a cult, kind of like a death cult, where the person is being sacrificed for the greater good of the environment. It's not necessarily that climate change isn't real, it definitely exists, but there are better ways to solve it than just radically changing the global economic structures that we have today. It would, I think, cause more harm than good. I would definitely try to invest in nuclear, though. That's one thing. And have a smooth transition. But one thing I would often have like a non-negotiable is no misanthropic ideas that are against humans. So no humans are a parasite or something. And no expensive humans of human comfort or even human safety, as I said in the case of France. And so with those ideas, I think we will be able to make a better future.